Okay. What I'm gonna do is like a little segment, a little like a little push for like people really trying to get into like the little record business. Whether you're an artist, where you want to be, whether you want to do marketing, management, on your own label, whatever it is. I've been there, done that, all three of the hats. A lot of people get into it thinking you can put something on YouTube, put something on MySpace, you get your little audience, and boom, there, stardom. Is a big process you still have to go through with having knowledge about that itself. Good example is anybody can sit there and try to put out a dance song and try to be a Soulja Boy, and think you'll be a millionaire. At the same time, look at Day 26. Their exposure to me is more exposure than Soulja Boy has, being on making a band with all those seasons. But look at the monetary situation they're in. It's because of the deal that most new artists have, and then they're like a 5-member group, so like that's a lot of money to divide after paying off your label and them paying for all the stuff that they pay for you. So most artists really make their money off of shows. That's why you have to like keep your shows, keep booking shows, and like royalty. A lot of people can live off royalty checks, but it depends on what you're selling, because like a royalty is basically a percentage of your retail and wholesale prices, and it really depends on like what your contract is, and your royalty rates depends on your marketability. You know what I'm saying? Like if you market yourself wherever you're from first and you get a lot of exposure, and then you try to get into the limelight via like a YouTube or MySpace, your chances are better to get a little more money, because the label may think that you're more established. But like for a new artist, you get like 10 to 12%. Established artists usually about 13 to 16%. Multi-platinum 17 to 20%. So example is like, say for instance, like wholesale. You might get $5 to $8 for like a wholesale product. The store market up 13. So like a new artist will get like 10% of the wholesale at $6. So say for instance you sell 500,000 copies. You're only entitled to what, $300,000, and then from that $300,000, think about this here: you have to pay back the management, you have to pay back your record company, your recording, you have to pay back like all your marketing, like your videos, your appearances, etc. So by the time taxes, attorneys, the managements, the accountants, your personal cost, you could end up owing your label. So it's like you made $300,000 and you may not see anything. Good example, say for instance you start, you go platinum. If you are a new artist and you go platinum, and depending on the major, you may get like $100,000, $140,000 off of platinum. But if you do it by yourself, you get $1.4 million. It's a long process, but say for instance if you take a year to make $100,000 with a major label, and you take 5 years and get $1.4 million for yourself, you're still coming out better. Because a song is a song. You can't stop a hit. So you have to really know your business. For instance, like a lot of people wonder like, well, how could I say some stuff like that? I'm going to show y'all something. I really own my own label. This here was our first girl group. And no matter what you hear about them, I put them together first. It wasn't nobody else. I signed everybody to the contract, put the group together, me and my brother Malcolm. And stuff just didn't turn out the way it was supposed to be, and mainly it was because of egos, people having platinum attitudes but wasn't selling platinum units. This was like just one of their posters. Like some of the females in the group, I feel like I'm still cool with, one of them, and I feel like either way it goes, she's gonna be blessed because of the situation she was in, and sometimes it's like you can't have an attitude, because the thing about a girl group is, you can't have like a little crazy attitude and other females thank you too much, because that there is your fan base. Other females, niggas not gonna ride around with girl songs in their car unless they know that other females like that song, so when they're in the car with the female, they got something to play. So what I'm saying, you gotta really step up your game. This was like one of the groups that we helped manage. This was Diamonds. To me, that was like the best R&B group ever. I never seen, I'm counting Destiny's Child, because matter of fact, when these females came on board, Destiny's Childs were just really coming out, and I think they were just really getting through like their little breakup part the first time. And so they just didn't stick it out. It was like internal problems with that also. And this was my first little girl group. It was called Dimes. That was, there was a bunch of little rappers. But the thing about them was that it was too many people wanting to be bosses when it came to like what they were doing. And it was all kind of rumors. Oh, he did this and Seven did this. One thing a person can't say is, whoever I dealt with when it came to music, aside from personal stuff, business-wise, I did way more for them. I was doing stuff that labels aren't even supposed to do, like buying clothes, buying food, being there for your family. Every time somebody signed with us, I gave their family a case of lobsters, just to have a celebratory dinner, so, and believe me, a case of lobsters, it was a case of the lobster tails is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's like $500 to $600 a box, and I gave that to everybody that signed with us. And even with ways to communicate, I even brought everybody, like, that was when like I think it was when Singular came out with the little first text messages things where you could text message. It was the first time they really was coming with that, where you could do that. And I got everybody in the group, in the label. All our groups had one, and I paid the bill. So you're not going to find too many people that do a lot like that and not expect, like, to try to get over on you when it comes time for your money to be dished out. Me, I was doing it because unlike a lot of people, like I'm hearing about this little Soulja Boy incident where he's not even breaking those dudes off and he's making that type of money. My thing is this. I'd rather eat right with the people that's with me instead of getting over on them, because of the simple fact that if you pay people right, they're going to always be in your corner. You could always keep a broke nigga in your corner who don't even want to be with you because you have money. And then it's like your children. When you have an artist and that artist is dressed good, has his own car, not a label car, his own house, his own money, it makes you look good and it makes other people want to come to you. But when somebody hears that, oh, you giving them a car that's for the label, is leased and all this, and you're not paying, it makes you look stupid. Not too many people going to want to deal with you. So as an artist, make sure you look into everything. Don't just take money from people because you won't be blinged out or nice outfits, and then all of a sudden when it's time to pay that stuff back, that $3,000 then turned to $10,000, and it's like you're wondering why you still staying at home with moms. My thing is, be smart about your money, and I wouldn't even sign with labels nowadays. A lot of times it's best to be independent and push yourself and do the marketing. We had too many avenues, like a Mardi Gras, Essence Festival, Bayou Classic, Freaknik, all these big events, Black Bikers Weeks and all these big events. You could go market yourself. You don't need major labels, because either way it goes, you end up marketing yourself anyway. So it's like, it's best if you sit there and do it on your own. To save time, all money that comes in is going to be your money. And my thing is, don't sit on a song waiting for a deal, then the song get played out. Because you can have a song on YouTube, everybody like that song. Then 2 years later, that's all it is, a YouTube song. So it's like, get your shit together beforehand. Don't sit there and try to impress people by saying you're doing one thing, and then the people who want to help you thinking you're doing good, so they don't help you. So my thing is, read your contracts, get that book, All You Need to Know About the Music Industry by David S. Passman, Passman, and it'll tell you everything. So that's my segment on getting your career straight with the music industry.